Ireland's Taoiseach Michael Martin and Leo Varadkar should be embarrassed by their slavish devotion to the European Union, which has, in turn, led to a betrayal of the country's fishing industry by Brussels, an industry chief has said. Patrick Murphy, CEO of the Cork-based Irish South and West Fish Producers Organisation (IS&WFPO), was speaking after having spent the last fortnight digesting the agreement on fisheries reached between the UK and EU on Christmas Eve. And he warned the deal would have devastating consequences on Irish fishing communities, accusing Mr. Martin and Mr. Varadkar before him of being complicit in throwing them to the wolves. Mr. Murphy told Express, over the past half-century, successive Irish governments have refused to see what Spain, Portugal, France, Belgium, Holland, Germany, Poland and the Baltic republics see when they look at Ireland's fishing grounds, and that is the rich fishing opportunities that swim around our island nation. Coastal cities in Spain such as Vigo, La Coruña and Gijón have been built and supported by their fishing industry with fewer fish in their waters than in the seas around Ireland, Mr. Murphy said. He added, this should show any country what a rich resource fish is and how it can be developed to sustain hundreds of thousands of people on their coastlines. In contrast, Ireland's politicians, who for 40 years have shown themselves to be blind, deaf and dumb to the vast resources swimming on our shores while consistently whinging about the plight of remote coastal communities who see their population in consistent decline, have again thrown Ireland's fishing communities to the wolves. What is different for our politicians now is that the parties constituting our coalition government can no longer say, oh no, it wasn't us, it was the other party, as they accompany one another in their turning their backs on Ireland's coastal communities. The nation's problems were rooted in the Common Fisheries Policy introduced in 1983, a set of rules aimed at managing European fishing fleets and for the exploitation and conservation of fish stocks, Mr. Murphy explained. The principle of equal access to Irish waters was underpinned by a concept known as relative stability, whereby the percentage entitlement of each EU nation's fishing fleets to the fish in Irish and British waters was fixed, more or less forever, Mr. Murphy pointed out. As a result, EU nations were effectively gifted the right to catch some 80% of stocks in Irish waters, indefinitely. Mr. Murphy added, it's the 40% approximately equivalent entitlement of British fishers to the fish swimming in British waters that triggered and headlined the Brexit campaign over the past 10 years, and so, your readers can well imagine how Irish fishing communities feel about the fact they are limited to catching the equivalent of some 16/17% of stocks in our waters.